This show is sponsored by PSE Archery, X Broadheads, Millennium Tree Stands, The Chase Deer Scent, Extreme Archery Products, Antler Insanity.
Welcome to Reality Hunt Club. This webisode, we're going over our management plan for the 2013-2014 season. Now, I've got a copy of this management plan, and if you enter in this link right here, you can download yourselves a Microsoft Word or an Adobe PDF format version of this management plan. Now, our management plan is it's a rough guide as to what our goals and what we try to plan during the year. Now, it's something I've been doing for the last 4 years, and I've been doing a webisode for each of the Reality Hunt Club seasons that we've done this, and a lot of people seem to like it. They actually download it and use it as a template. Now, the way I start mine, I'm just going to do a screenshot. As you can see over my shoulder, I just have the Word document up, and I'm just going to go through it section by section and try to emphasize a little bit of on there. So it's a good way to have your plan written down somewhere. It's also, since we have 10 members in the club, it's a good way to show them what we want to do, the results of what we want to do, and just kind of everybody be on the same page without having an hour-long meeting and stuff like that. So anyway, I always start mine off, we've got over, almost 1,900 acres in the club. I always like to show an area map of my club. How it is. Like I said, this is always important. This is just a plan, and changes will be made to this plan as the execution process occurs due to dynamic solutions, budget limitations, and time constraints. That makes it sound like a bunch of legal jargon there. But basically, it's a living document, and things will change. We always set aside our goal. Our goal is to shoot 3.5-year-old quality deer. And the people that have shot 3.5-year-old quality deer, we want them to take the 4.5-year-old or better. We want to promote safety and hunter sportsmanship. We'll develop habitats for turkey and deer. We want to let the 2.5-year-old walk. Let them grow up to the potential. We want the deer density per square mile to increase. We want the body weights to go up, number of fawns go up, turkey population, reduce the predators, the age structures. Just generic stuff. It's just good to have written down. Now, I always like to show some of the past success stories. This is the biggest buck killed on the club last year. We called him the Big Nine, and we'd had pictures of him. If you noticed in the intro, he's the one that ties up and fights. And, there's the legendary 9/11 killed 2 years ago. And then there's a couple bucks we killed 3 years ago. Just kind of show the progression of the deer we're killing. Kind of like, just documenting what we've done in the past. And, of course, there's the one that Chuck killed. He's the biggest buck ever killed in our club. Okay? And then we always show the facts. We killed 6 bucks, 15 does last year, 9 gobblers. And as for predators, we killed 15 raccoons, 2 possums, and I know we did kill 1 coyote. And these are some of the pictures of the bucks that made it through the end of the year trail camera survey. We currently have 6 feeders out during the spring. We had to pull back on that number because of turkey season. You can't hunt anywhere near a feeder during turkey season. So we put them in certain locations so they were strategically legal and we could still hunt our turkeys. We also pulled the supplement feeders. So now it's after turkey season. We're fixing to put those supplement feeders back out. We're going to run 50% corn, 50% high protein feed. And you can see the locations here on the club. And it's really around what are we planting and the food source. Okay? And so the deer are already going to be there eating soybeans and mainly soybeans, and they can get a bite of the supplement feed. And here's the we're gonna hunt over 15 feeders. We're gonna run 15 feeders during hunt season. So around 1st of August, we'll start putting feeders out for bow season, and then around the 1st of October, we'll start putting feeders out for gun season. And we run about 15 of those feeders, and you can see the various locations around the club where we have that. And that's the new piece that we annexed back in. There's the 256 we're putting in there. And we're playing around with minerals. We're trying to establish mineral stations, mainly around these supplement feeders. We're working on a special mineral. You have to stay tuned for that news as to what we're doing with that. And they're really hidden minerals we've got out right now. The planting plan, we're going to plant 4 times: April 15th, May 15th, June 15th, and October 1st. The April 15th, we've actually we're going to plan on planting 3 acres of corn up here at the front, what we call the stop sign piece of Margie's. And last year we planted corn behind DeWitt's, and corn prices were so high we actually harvested it and put it in our feeders. But this year the corn prices are looking like they're going to be a little less, so a lot less. The price per bushel is going to be a lot less. So this year we might not have to harvest it. But if we do, we've got 3 acres. And then May 15th, we're going to come in here and we're going to plant about 10.5 acres of soybeans. We're going to plant where we had the corn last year and the grain sorghum. We're going to plant all soybeans. We plan on drilling them. And that's behind what we call DeWitt's. And you can see there in the purple. And then once again, we're going to try to plant 7 acres of soybeans on the power line. Now it's a little bit different what we've done the last few years. We've planted 2 rows, and with the 2 rows, it's 18 to 24 inches apart. And the deer really, last year we had the electric fence failure. The deer would get in there and they would just eat it up because they would jump over the fence because they were hungry because of the drought. And also, the plants are stagnated about 5 to 6 inches, and they just ate them down. Well, this year we're hoping we don't get a drought. We're not going to try a fence, but we're going to put a lot more soybeans on the ground per acre by drilling it. And the bad side about drilling it is when we go in there to spray the Roundup on the soybeans, there's not going to be any rows to drive the tractor through, so we actually will be destroying some plants to do that. But on the flip side, if there's enough soybeans out, it's going to be continuous. It's going to look like a carpet, and that'll help with the weeds. And some of the ones we run over will bounce back. So it's going to be an interesting experiment. We planted 2 acres where we planted the corn this year. We planted in soybeans, and we did the same exact thing, and we got enough rain, and it worked really well. So this year we're going to try this instead of messing with the electric fence. All right, and June 15th, we've got Chuck and the farmer are going to plant 20 acres of grain sorghum. Currently, that's in winter wheat, and it's in the process of drying out. And the deer are in it right now, just eating the heads off the wheat. And of course, they're in our fall food plots, eating the heads off the oats. I mean, because of the rain, we made extreme heads in wheat and oats. The seeds are unbelievable. So he's going to plant about 20 acres there, and of grain sorghum. And they plan on harvesting that probably around 1st of November when it comes to fruit. When it comes to fruit, we plan on planting an acre of corn. I don't have a picture of that. We'll go an acre of corn. I'm sorry. We plan on planting an acre of sesame alongside this corn up here, and we're planting that because of the dove. So that'll be good. And of course, October 1st, we're going to plant the same. We're going to plant all the road beds. It's about 6 acres of oats, and we have some clover, alfalfa, and chicory mix that a company gave us they want us to try out. So we're going to mix oats and these mixes with it, and we're going to use, of course, the oats as a cover plot. So when the oats die out right about now, we should have clover during the spring and summer for the deer and turkeys to enjoy. And of course, we got about 6 acres, and you can see the road beds that we hunt on. You can see the diagram in there. Okay. So basically, for this season, when we get through planting, it's going to be about 36 acres of food that we're planting for the deer. Now, when we plant in the fall, those big areas where we have the soybeans and the grain sorghum will be gone, so we'll plant some oat plots there. But depending on the soybeans, if the soybeans are still standing and they got beans on the heads, pods on the heads full of beans, and we'll leave those alone, and we'll just strip in some oats and maybe some clover there. Probably not clover, but maybe some oats. Predator management, we had a guy come in and trap, and he caught 15 coons and 2 possums. We also killed a coyote during. We also killed two coyotes, and one during turkey season, one during deer season. Next year, I think I'm going to hire a trapper and go come in, because the only thing we're not controlling on our predators that I'm a little concerned about is our coyotes. I don't think they're getting a hold of our deer and our turkeys that bad, but I can see the numbers starting to increase in the trail camera photos. And of course, we measure, what's our harvest records, Boone and Crockett, observations, during the year, trail cameras. I think I think we didn't shoot enough does. The doe numbers are look off the chart, so I think we failed in that area. So we're gonna have to shoot. We shot 15 does last year. I think we might have to shoot at least 25 does next year, and I think we're going to shoot a lot more does before the 1st of November, just to try, because after Thanksgiving it gets a lot harder to shoot does, and to get to that 25 number I think it's going to be tough. So in conclusion, that's our management plan. You can download it, like I said. I hope you guys enjoy this. This kind of gives you a synopsis of what we're going to try to do on our club, which Reality Hunt Club. So basically, from this, you can see all the episodes that are coming for the Reality Hunt Club Season 3. And I'll leave you with some of the pictures of some of the deer that we had during the fall. And because it's wet right now, and we've had a real good amount of spring rains that's busted our drought, the deer are healthy, and we're already seeing nice antlers starting to grow on these deer. So we're excited. Well, last time we had it, we had 2 bucks over. One buck was 150 and one was 162, the one that Chuck killed, the 15 point. That was the last time in 2007 we had rain like this in the spring. And plus, we're going to be planting soybeans. So we're excited, which we also planted soybeans in 2007. So we're excited about this season. So stay tuned. Like us on Facebook. Come subscribe to us on YouTube. We've got the Roku box now. If you have a Roku, look us up in the outdoors and fitness category. We're also in the what's new category. And watch us on your big screen TV coming at you in HD. And thanks for watching, and stay tuned. We've got more webisodes coming. So thanks for watching Reality Hunt Club.
If you like this show, watch our other shows at hunt365.tv. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button on the screen, or connect with us and receive notices of all our new episodes by liking our Facebook page.